Hello, dear Capricorn. Welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking. Thank you. Thank you for your patience and for being here. This is your January through to June 2019 general and love reading. I'm doing the first 6 months of 2019. Yes, this reading is late. I do apologize, but it's just been hectic. You know, we've just been through the Capricorn time, which starts just before Christmas. It's now late January. It's the 27th of January. The sun has moved away from Capricorn and it's moved into Aquarius. So if you're cross watching and you're an Aquarian, happy birthday. Other than that, we've had so much Capricorn because the north and south nodes are, well, the south node of the moon is in Capricorn. The north node is in Cancer. So, you know, we all know that north and south node, they speak of karma. They speak of destiny. Now, we've had 2 eclipses in January. The 5 of Wands fell out. I will leave it here on the first month. So we had 2 eclipses. So January's been really, really tough. The 5th or the 6th of January, depending on where you are, was the first eclipse. And that was in Capricorn. And of course, the south node of the moon is, excuse me, near Pluto. And Saturn is there in its home sign of Capricorn. So we've got the 2 difficult planets, Saturn and Pluto, in Capricorn. Now, Mercury was in Capricorn, the Sun was in Capricorn. So, plus the South Node. So there was a lot of Capricorn. It's a very difficult season. You know, you need to stand in your integrity, put in that hard work, keep drudging, keep going, don't stop. Now, the North Node being in Cancer says that we need to love and nurture our inner child. That's what Cancer is. Cancer is also the mother. It's the family. It's your heritage. It's also your home. So we're trying to balance out between Capricorn, which is work, career, your status. It's also, Capricorn would be the father. So it's also authority, the authority. So January's been tough. It's been hard. So with 2 eclipses, we're still in those energies, working through them. A lot is going on. Let's take the cards and then I will continue with a little bit more astrology of what's happening in January. And just, you know, I'm just going to give you a fair idea of what's happening in each month as I explain the cards as well. Okay, so January we've got the 5 of Wands and the 3 of Swords. February we've got the Judgment card as well as the Page of Pentacles. March, 7 of Pentacles. And the 10 of Swords. Wow, okay. What is going on? Dear Capricorn, in April, we have the 4 of Pentacles. And the 2 of Wands. May, we've got the 6 of Pentacles. And the Hermit. And in June, we have the 2 of Cups. And we also have the Justice card. Let's take some more cards. Now, if you want to know which cards I'm using, All the cards are named in the description box below the video. So let's see karmically what's happening in every month. So far, June is your best month, I would say. May is not too bad as well. So after March, I would say things are going to lighten up. Okay, January. We have the Hanging Man. February for Capricorn. We've got the Star. March, the Devil. And this is your card. In April, we've got the Empress. So April is looking very, very good. May, we've got the Death card. And in June, the Chariot. Beautiful. Now, you know that in July we've got a couple more eclipses, but I will get into that in a minute. Let me finish with the cards. Now the astrology cards, let's take one for each month as well. So we see astrologically, and this is a channeled message, right? So when I do the tarot, I go with what I read in the cards. Now any extra messages that come through that need to be mentioned and pointed out, I need to go with what I feel. So let's look at January. We've got Aries and I Am. February, we've got 5th house and creativity. March, we've got lunar eclipse and change. In April, we have void of course, moon, missing. In May, we have the sun and spirit. And in June, we have Jupiter and abundance. All right, now what does Spirit have to say to you? And that's why these readings are quite long. There are a lot of cards that I take. So I've already pre-shuffled all your cards. So let's see what January brings for Capricorn. We've got support. February, caregiver. And this card hasn't come out at all in either of the signs. Let's take March. We've got soul power. That's a reoccurring theme. A few signs have gotten that. April, from Spirit, breathe. May, new beginnings. It's right on top of the sun, and the sun card is number 1. So, and June, and we've got seek. Now this card has shown up in practically all the signs. So what do the romance angels have in store? What's happening in love? January for Capricorn. January. And you've got give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. February. New love. New love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. March. Attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. April. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. In May. Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. And in June, oh wow, soulmate, wow. right on top of Jupiter and abundance. Yes, this is your soulmate. You know, dear Capricorn, you are the only sign that got that card. Congratulations, I'm so happy to see that. Let's take a chocolate message card. And every time I use these cards, I want to eat chocolate. You probably feel the same. All these delicious chocolates and the way that chocolate can be indulged. Let's look at January because there's a message behind the card. Let's see what January brings you. And you've got graduation and study. Let's look at February for Capricorn, and you've got great expectations, fondant. March, you've got black cherry and passion. In the month of April for Capricorn is freedom, chili chocolate. In the month of May, you get freckles, friendship. That's quite a common card. It keeps showing up. And in June, the last card, you have dark chocolate and shadow self. All right. Now, I want to let you know that each and every sign that is mentioned, it is going to be sun, moon, or rising. And of course, you can watch your Venus if you're female and your Mars if you're male. And I'd just like to tell everyone that the second part of the year, those readings will be done very soon. They'll be uploaded on Vimeo, and I will let you know when that is the case for those of you that are in a hurry to see the rest of the year. For the rest of you, you can wait until June when they will be uploaded for free onto YouTube. They will be the same readings that are on Vimeo very soon. Okay, so let's go to January. And as I was mentioning, I did mention a little bit of the astrology. Now, you know, we just got over eclipse times, eclipse period of the year, January. There's also 2 eclipses that are going to happen in July. That's what I wanted to say before. And that's why I think here the month of June is affected by the eclipses of July, because let's say the eclipses are here, the further away you get from them, the more, you know, the energy loosens up. It's not as potent. Okay, now the eclipses, we can feel those, you know, the rumbling of that earthquake. We can feel it even a month before that. Okay, so this is January. You know, whatever is going on here, you've got the 3 of Swords and the 5 of Wands. Whatever is going on here could have already happened just before the end of the year. So that would be around your birthday, and I'm so sorry to hear that. So sorry to see that, you know, for some of you, you've had a rough patch on your birthday. 3 of Swords. You know, when I look at the 3 of Swords, that could speak of course, it could speak of a love triangle, because that's 3 swords in one heart. So now, just letting you know that the eclipses of the 2nd of July, the eclipse of the 2nd of July 2019 is going to be at 10 degrees and 38 minutes of Cancer, and it's going to be a total solar eclipse. So it's going to be strong. Also, on the 16th of July, we're going to have a partial lunar eclipse at 24 degrees and 4 minutes of Capricorn. Now, the eclipses that we went through here in January, okay, so the partial solar eclipse of the 5th of January or 6th, depending on where you are, that was in Capricorn at 15 degrees and 25 minutes. And the total lunar eclipse on the 21st of January was at 0 degrees and 52 minutes of Leo. So if you remember, for those of you that remember, the axis, the nodes were on the axis Leo Aquarius before they shifted into Cancer Capricorn. So this eclipse on the 21st of January, like a week ago, was right on the cusp of Leo and Cancer, but it was at 0 degrees 52 minutes of Leo. So I remember a massive lunar eclipse, if you remember the one that you could see, through all of the US. It was visible it went from one side of the US to the other side. That was major. Now, what happened back then in your life? Because this eclipse that just happened before on the 21st was the completion of what was going on back then, I would say. And the feedback has been amazing. Like, people have been telling me, this happened to me, that happened to me. Doesn't have to necessarily be in August, could have been in September 2017 or a month before that, whatever. Think back and see what, if nothing has happened for you in relation to January eclipses, get ready, something's going to happen. Everyone is affected at some point in their life, or the people around you. Things happen. Eclipses are shifting energies. So if you're not on the right path, you're being put on the right path. So trust in the process. Even if it could have been a bit harsh, you still could be going through issues, trials and tribulations. The South Node is next to Pluto. Pluto is all about death and transformation. Pluto is karma. Saturn is karma. Okay, so Mercury was there as well in Capricorn, and it's moved into Aquarius now. Now, Mercury's been through a lot of hard work in the past, past time, 2-3 months. It's been tough for it because it went through Scorpio, right? It went through Scorpio, and Scorpio was, if you remember, where Venus was retrograding. A lot happened. Mercury's been through a lot, and especially recently it's been moving on top of Saturn, then on top of Pluto, then on top of the South Node. South Node is karma. It's letting go of what is familiar to you. Let go of past life issues. Let go of your childhood conditioning. Let go of that authoritarian, that narcissist that's in your life. Now, let go and trust and go with what is true for you. You need to love and nurture you. Okay? Now, so the Sun and Mercury are in Aquarius. Neptune is in Pisces. Chiron is finishing up in Pisces. And Chiron is past life issues. It's the open wound. It is finishing a major cycle of the whole zodiac because Pisces is the last sign. So what is ending for you? What pain and what lessons have you been through? The cycle is ending. Mars is in its home sign of Aries. Uranus, again, is at the last degrees of Aries. So we've got Chiron at the last degrees of Pisces, and then Uranus, which is the ruler of Aquarius, at the last degrees of Aries. Now, Aries is fire. Uranus is air. What do we do? What happens when we get fire and air? That's going to be exact when they meet together in the sky in about 2.5 weeks. Mars will be moving over Uranus. So that'll be in February, obviously. Also, Venus and Jupiter, both in Sagittarius. Jupiter rules Sagittarius, so it's beautiful. Just recently we've had Venus trining over to Mars. And it's still happening, but it's not as close as what it was. So Venus and Mars, they're the lovers. Okay, now with Jupiter right next to Venus, Venus is love and money and anything that you value. Jupiter is the benefic. It's beneficial. It expands on everything it touches. It brings in luck. What's happened with your love life? What went sweet? You've had a sweet moment. What was that? And Sagittarius is all about truth. It's seeing the bigger picture. It's going on that adventure. right? It's also spirituality. It's a very spiritual house. It's also rules, deals with the law as well, Sagittarius does, but it's also foreign places and people. Okay, so different cultures, people from a different background. Okay, so I think I've blabbered on enough about that. What's going on here? Five of Wands, which is in this deck, and it's the Mystical Tarot. It doesn't look like such harsh energy, the Five of Wands here. It looks as though five people are trying to agree to disagree, or they're trying to agree on what they're building, what they're trying to manifest here. But it is a five, and fives always bring in something that's going to change. So five is an imbalance, and three in the tarot is usually very positive. It's all about expansion and growth. But the Three of Swords, the swords are our perception. Now, this could also be a serious, like a surgery. Swords are all about sharp objects. The heart is being pierced. So this is, pain. This is real pain. This can be emotional pain. This can be physical pain. Okay, so what is going on here? Has there been an argument about where there's the perception? Maybe you're not on the same page with two other people. Now, this is not necessarily always a love triangle. It's not going to be for all of you, but nevertheless, three different opinions are bringing in, three different people are hurt here, I would say, because each one has got their own opinion. Each one is coming from a different logic, okay? Now, as I was saying, Mercury has just passed over the South Node, and it's actually conjunct, in January, it's conjunct the Sun. Now, it's very close to the Sun, so it's being burned by the Sun, so it's weakened. Now, it likes being in Aquarius because it's an air sign. Mercury is, it's the brain, it's the logic, it's the perception, it's the knowledge, the communication. Now, the Sun is the heart, it's Leo. What communication has come in to hurt you? Have you been hurt by a Leo? Have you been hurt? Are you dealing with hurt from back in 2017 in August? Is this subject coming back because the Sun has just passed over the point of where that August eclipse happened, and Mercury's just moved over, and the Sun, they just moved over 0 degrees of Aquarius where the eclipse happened. So even till the end of January, it's not easy. Now, as I said, this could be a love triangle. At work, yes. Now, some of you may be dealing with an air sign. Capricorn tends to get Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius very, very often. Now, we've got wands here, so we could be talking about Leo. Now, others of you, because the eclipses back in August were in Leo and in Aquarius, see, we've got air and fire. So I'm thinking that some of you are being referenced back then. So let's see. We've also got, as I said, the wands, which is Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. Leo is more than likely for me because we've got a heart here. Okay, here we've got, wow, okay. We've got the Hanging Man. Now, this is Piscean energy. Just mentioning to all of you that we've actually got, Neptune rules Pisces. It's almost at 15 degrees. Jupiter, which rules Sagittarius, again, it's in its home sign, is about 17 degrees. So these are big planets. They're slow moving. For 2019, most part of 2019, Jupiter will be squaring over to Neptune. And, Jupiter expands on everything. What is Neptune? Neptune can be spirit. It can be the divine. Okay, it's the higher octave of Venus. It's also illusions, Neptune, which is called Poseidonas, Poseidon, let's say, in Greek, or in Latin, let's say Poseidon, he can be quite harsh. He can. He's got, in my opinion, Neptune is black or white. There's no in between. It's either heaven or hell. Now, I don't mean to use these strong words, but metaphorically I'm saying it's heaven and hell. So which side of the fence are you on? I feel that the energies here are like that. Okay, but if you're in hell, and I was telling this to a client of mine the other day, if you're in hell, in inverted commas, in brackets, then know that you are being shifted to be put on the right path. So, as I said before, trust in the process. Now, the hanging man can speak of being in an illusion, not seeing clearly. Now, the positive with Neptune and Jupiter squaring says that, squares are always tension. Tension brings the change. So there is being change made here in anything to do with your spirituality. That's what Neptune is. A spiritual connection, which could be a divine love, yes. And sometimes, though, because Jupiter is very positive, it's a very positive energy, because he expands on everything, sometimes you may feel like there is too much of an advantage. You're too lucky and you're thinking, okay, I got it. It's in my pocket. It's in my hand. I've got it. I've got the success for sure. Don't be sure of that. So don't overextend yourself and say there is no problem. The win is certain. Anything can happen, you guys. So, the hanging man does speak of time, Chronos, time, Saturn, the lord of karma. Yes. Now, Saturn is actually sextiling, beautiful aspect, over to Neptune. So, it's going to take a little bit of time. But as I said, if you're doing the right thing, Saturn will bring you the longevity, the stability. Don't worry about that. So, let's go on to, and we're talking Pisces, so some of you may be dealing Sun, Moon, or Rising Piscean energy. Now here with the astrology, we've got Aries and I am. So Aries is actually where Chiron will be moving into. And that will be in about three weeks. So that's going to happen in February. So yeah, you still could be in this energy. Now Aries is the warrior. Aries is very strong at this time. Mars is there. But Mars will be moving over Uranus. So have a look at how fiery and how passionate this energy is here. Now Aries says I am. So Aries is looking after itself. It's a number 13, which speaks of death and transformation. I believe that when Uranus is leaving Aries, Aries will take a deep breath and sigh, even though Aries will be hosting Chiron very soon for the next 8 years. They will be working through past life wounds. Nevertheless, Aries is the go-getter, it's the warrior. Okay, so that's a good energy to have here, and this could be the beginning of a new cycle. So what kind of a cycle are you going through? Let's look at support, the message from Spirit. People come into your life for many different reasons. Some you learn from and then they move on, while others return often because you need to learn more from those individuals. Others remain beside you throughout your entire life. So this card says that you do have support, whether so of course people who come into our lives, they are soulmates. Take the support if you need it from people that are around you. That's how life is. We give we receive, and when we need the support, we need to reach out. Maybe you're in that energy right now. Okay, so you may even be dealing with someone who needs your support, because the readings can go either way. So in love, we've got give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership. So whatever this Three of Swords is, maybe, you know, this could be, the Three of Swords could also be just a, and it's raining outside. I'm sure you can hear it. That's why I'm yelling. I apologize if the noise is a bit too much. The rain and the Three of Swords, and there's the thunder. Someone is crying. I feel, you know, this, the water that's coming down is replenishing. Don't worry. The divine is here. You've got the support from above as well. Always know that you are not alone, dear Capricorn. Whatever's happened, I feel that for some of you it's harder than others. Now, for those of you that this was just a disappointment, maybe this was a delay with the hanging man. It's a delay of something that you wanted. So just give it time. As I said, Kronos is there in Capricorn. Give it time. Kronos is near the South Node. Time is of essence. Time is everything. And timing has got to be right. So for those of you that have been through heartache and heartbreak, the divine is saying give your relationship a chance. So it is up to you, of course. For those of you that have been in a long-term relationship, it says that probably if it hasn't been, let's say, cheating, whatever the worry has been, it says give it another chance. Okay, so let's see what the chocolate message card says. Study. Let's read the back. I'll just give you a snapshot of it. And it says, a time for new knowledge, learning, studying, new skills, open minds, a time of progression, promotion, and elevation. Open your eyes to learning and studying. Join a night class, enroll in a university course, book into a workshop, or just open a book and allow newfound knowledge to strengthen and advance your mind. The affirmation is, I allow new knowledge, new experiences, and new doors to open in my life. I enjoy the freedom that learning something new brings to my life. So sometimes information that we learn, news that we receive, may not be easy to deal with, but sometimes knowing the truth, and you know, with Jupiter in Sagittarius, truth was, even when Jupiter was in Scorpio, I wanted to say, you know, things have been brought up to the surface. Things have been brought up for knowledge. We need to know what we're doing. We need to know how to move forward. Without the knowledge and without the logic, then whatever is the block in our path, in our road, we won't be able to get over it, to walk past it, okay, to get through it. So sometimes knowledge can be hard, but it can also be enlightening. Now, some of you, those of you that are studying, that have been working through, you know, expanding your education, there's been quite a bit of a hold up, quite a bit of a sacrifice necessary. Some of you may have had setbacks, as I said. Well, look, I feel as though with the Aries card here, I feel that for a lot of you, it could be the beginning of some course that you want to do. Now, this is graduation chocolate, so some of you may have received the marks, not enough marks. You didn't receive the position, the results that you were hoping to receive. One piece of advice: things happen for a reason. Okay, there's many more successes ahead of you. Don't get stuck just on that. Sometimes it feels like it's do or die, but it's not really. If you think about it, you got to look at the bigger picture. Get into the energy of Sagittarius. One moment, please. I just want to close the window. Okay, I'm back. Let's go on to the month of February. Okay, so the month of February, astrologically, okay, Venus has come over the South Node and Pluto, Saturn, Pluto, and then the South Node. Actually, Venus on the 26th of February, so that's towards the end of February, is right on the South Node. So some of you are seriously letting something go, something very karmic in your life. You are letting it go. So it's not going to be an easy time. Venus is in quite a transformative energy. She's going through tough times, and it's strange that it's Valentine's Day on the 14th of February. So this Valentine's is not going to be an easy one. I think that there is going to be many changes in anything that you value in relationships. As I said, if you've got someone that's being narcissistic and tough in your life, it's time to let them go. Now, Pluto's all about powering up. Pluto is very powerful. Having Venus on top of Pluto does remind me of when Venus was transiting through Scorpio. Venus can be quite vindictive. But also, on the other hand, we can also look at it from another perspective, that new love may be coming in, which is going to bring you the what's it called, the power to go on, or it's going to transform you totally. Love is going to make you be reborn. So there's different ways that you can read this. Now, so, all right, the sun's moved into Pisces. Happy birthday to Pisces if some of you are Pisces and you're watching. Mercury has moved over Neptune now in Pisces. So Mercury is trying to figure things out. Neptune is the veil. So Mercury, the messenger, who is getting ready in February to go retrograde sometime in March. So Mercury is going to be exact in about, towards the end of, what was I saying? Hold on. Yeah, Mercury on the 19th of February will be exactly talking with Neptune. Mercury will be conversing with Neptune, and Neptune can be the divine. So look out for messages from the divine. And Mercury's coming up to meet up with Chiron. Again, Mercury's communication wounds may be coming up to the surface, but also through communication there may be healing. Now, Chiron is at 0 degrees. It's on the cusp of Pisces and Aries. And Uranus is it's on the cusp. It's at 29 degrees and 40 minutes of Aries, around the end, 26th of February. Let's go back to the 22nd of roughly when the sun moves into Pisces. So Uranus is right there. Mars has moved into Taurus, and Uranus and Mars will be conjuncting. They're very close together, end of February. So be careful with aggression. Be careful with Uranus. Uranus can be the revolution. Mars can be the fire. Be careful. These are difficult planets that come together. You need to be very careful with, anything to do with what's Mars. Mars can be anything sharp. It can be anything to do with fire. This could be an electric storm, which can an electrical shortage, let's say, that can start a fire. Okay, because these two planets together can do much damage. So take care, don't be too aggressive. There could be an explosion, there could be metaphorical and literal. So just a word of advice for everyone, it's going to be different. This is a general reading. If you need your own reading, please reach out. Let's see what the cards are saying. So we've got the Judgment card. Now this is Pluto. As I said, Venus is up there with Saturn, Pluto, and the South Node. You know, the Judgment card is very karmic. This is a very karmic time for everyone. Whatever has died, literally, metaphorically in your life, there is a second chance to have it again. You know, you may be also judging someone harshly, or the other way around. You could have an authoritarian that's pointing the finger at you, judging you here at work. And usually, you know, the Judgment card is called the card of karma. So I believe that whatever's happening in with the eclipses in January here, this is the first 2 weeks roughly of February. So you're still working through karma in the first couple of weeks for sure of February. Now here we've got the Page of Pentacles. This could be something very positive. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, as well as Scorpio. Okay, now Scorpio is obviously the sign that's opposite from Taurus. So whatever happens in Taurus does affect Scorpio. Okay, because that's just the way it goes. The Page of Pentacles could be a message that's bringing in good news. This is something that is physical and tangible that you may want to grow on, may want to build on. Now this could be, you could be dealing with money, with business, even spirituality. Sometimes I see, you know, the Pentacles as being spiritual growth, something that is not physical that we can touch, but it's something, you know, it's worth its value. And what is value? Our spirituality being aligned with the divine is a lot of value. Now with as I said, with Uranus moving into Taurus, which will be, it's, if I'm not mistaken, it is around March the 16th. Yeah, around the 16th of March. So, you know, Uranus is going to break down what it does not value, what is not important to it. And Uranus is, you know, doing things differently. It's doing things in a very ingenious way. So it's not only negative, Uranus. Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius, and Aquarius has got a bird's eye view. Aquarius is heaven. It can see everything from up above. It's very progressed. So I don't know how that would work out in each and every one of your lives. But speaking of Aquarius, you've got the Star card. So this is some sort of a wish that's coming true. Something that you've wanted to start. Something that you've wanted a second chance on doing something. Now, Aquarius and the Star is all about social media. It's about communication. You could be communicating through social media with someone at a distance. The Star is also a healing quality as well as a card of hope. So there is hope here. There is a message coming through which is going to give you hope. So again, we've got the sign of Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising here. And we've got 5th house and creativity. Again, we're referencing Leo, which is the 5th house, and Aquarius. So they are the positions, the signs that were first and foremost affected with the 21st of January. So creativity and 5th house. Now 5th house can also speak of, it's the natural house of Leo. So I'm going to mention the sign of Leo as well here. you may have created something and it did not get accepted. It did not go down too well the first time. This is another chance that you're being given. The fifth house is also taking a risk. Fifth house is also, it's ruled by the heart. So it's all about true love, children. Okay? So the Page of Pentacles could be a child of yours that is something to do with studies or some new business that's taking off here in February. And the fifth house card is a number 29, which is a number 11. And 11 is, again, very karmic. It's a master number. It's like that door is opening. Okay? And, yeah, it's not easy, but it's beginning. Something is beginning that is major here. Let's see what Spirit says. Caregiver. And we've got a heart here. Have you noticed? So there are themes of the heart in the month of February, the month of St. Valentine's. We are with you, and Spirit has its own way of recognizing the care and love you provide to others, especially at the end of their lives, just as you received care and love at the start of your life. Caregivers often focus on all their attention on their loved ones and often neglect their own concerns and well-being in the process. So if you are a caregiver to someone who is elderly, who could be a family member, know that your efforts will be rewarded, I would say. But it also says that because the North Node is in Cancer, you need to love and nurture yourself as well, not just giving everything to everyone else. Okay, not being so selfless. You need to be a little bit more selfish, dear Capricorn. Now, you've got new love here. New love, which means that for those of you that are working through issues in a committed partnership in February, it's as though you're having a restart. You're pressing that restart button. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. For those of you that are single, someone new is coming into your life. Okay, somebody new. And the signs I've already mentioned, so I won't be mentioning those again. And here we've got fondant, great expectations. Let's read the card. Now, the new love, if it's not a romantic situation, it could be that you've given birth to something creative that you love, okay? So you could be the new person on the block or in the corporate environment, the new person that's going to be very popular, I believe, with the star card here, because the star is, you know, that I should say Aquarius is all about social, being part of a group, a social group and an association, but standing out, being the individual, because that's what Aquarius is. They like to be different. Okay, new beginnings are heading your way. This positive card comes as a reminder that you alone hold the power to be the difference you are seeking. All you have to do is try. Notice the synchronicities and coincidences occurring around you on a daily basis, and you will find the knowledge, inspiration, and strength that you desire. I have all the power I need within myself to manifest my greatest expectations. And dear Capricorn, you've got power. You've got power because you've got Pluto in your sign. Of course you've got power. And Saturn, as I said, if you've been doing the right thing, then Saturn will be kind to you. Venus, the goddess of love and romance and value and beauty, is in your sign in the month of February, and you've got new love. Beautiful. Let's go to March. The month of March. Okay, so now the sun is right on Chiron. It's the solstice. Happy solstice. So the sun is conjunct exact on the 22nd of March. It's conjunct with Chiron. So the sun is healing. It's healing your heart. Any past life wounds that were open will be closing. They will be coming up to the surface, being shown to you, because the sun is clarity as well, and you're going to have the energy and the vitality to not put that band-aid on, but to actually have that operation, sew up, stitch up that wound. Okay, it's time for that to disappear. I believe in the month of March. Now, Uranus is at 0 degrees and 46 minutes, so it's moved into Taurus. Mars is heading towards the end of Taurus. Pluto and Saturn are conjunct. They're only 3 degrees apart. Jupiter is at the last decan of Sagittarius. It's getting ready to retrograde, so it's in its shadow. It's walking its shadow path where it will stop at some point and start to move backwards. Okay, so what you're going through in the month of February, I would say you will be revisiting in March. Okay, and of course, and again then when Jupiter will go direct again and cover the area that it shadowed. Okay, so I would love to give you more details. It's just that I'm doing tarot as well, and it's going to be way too long. So, if you think about Jupiter and its retrograde time, it will be roughly mid-month, mid-year. So let's go on to the cards. Jupiter will be retrograde for about 4 months, just to give you a fair idea. Now, March, we've got number 7, 7 of Pentacles. So this is like the Hanging Man. It's like taking a break and looking at what you are up to, what you've invested, what you will keep investing. And you've got the 10 of Swords, which is, wow, it's some sort of an ending. That's the end of hardship. March, you're finishing up with the energies, I believe. The tough energies of what was going on in January. I believe that there's some sort of a resolution here through taking time out and thinking. Look at this 7 of Pentacles. Again, 7s always are the divine for me. Now, the 10 of Swords does break down to a 1. You could be ending a cycle with an Aquarian, Gemini, or Libran person, and you could be starting something, let's say, with you could be starting something with another earth sign, so Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Just like yourself, you have, and I'm going to say Leo as well, because Leo, I reckon you're starting something with, a lot of you're starting something with a Leo, and you could be ending something with an Aquarian. That's where the energies of the lunar eclipse in January happened, in Leo and Aquarius. So this is referencing back to the lunar eclipse, and it says change. So again, it's number 43. It's a 7. Change is happening here. So the Ace of Swords, let's say, is a successful new beginning, but it's also severing ties. So the lunar eclipse can be quite, the lunar is the moon, so your emotional self could be quite dark here with the lunar eclipse energy. You could be having dark moments, especially with the 10 of Swords, but I don't feel as though it's an energy that's going to last long. I think from April and down, things are lightening up. Change is never easy. Here you've got the Capricorn card, the Devil. So this is working too hard in the month of March. This is trying to do the right thing. You feel as though you're trapped. Look at the cage, it's open. It looks as though the divine is here for you. The divine has opened the door. You are able to move. Now, even though this is your energy, for some of you, you've got someone that was very difficult for you. Someone was pointing the finger at you. Someone was using you and abusing you. And here we've got someone feeling as though they're locked in a cage. So either you're doing this to someone else or they're doing it to you. Okay? So it can go either way. Now, some of you could be just very driven with money and you're working at it. You know, you feel like a slave in the month of March. But what the eclipses are telling you is that because the South Node is in the career house of Capricorn, it's time to let loose, you know, have a break. Take some time off. You're supposed to be nurturing yourself. Look at family. Leave career for a moment. Give it, you know, we can't be, the scales have got to be balanced. Now, you know, Cancer, Capricorn, we're supposed to be trying to balance out between the two, even though, yes, with the North Node in Cancer, the advice is, and fate is, that you should be working towards things to do with family, your home, your foundation, your inner child. Love and nurture yourself and let go of a bit of the whatever is binding you and keeping you tied up. It's time for things to change. Let's look at, wow, okay, attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. For some of you, there's a very sexual attraction with someone at work. Things could be happening at work. There could be deception at work. There could be difficulty with your father. Some of you, this is your father that's narcissistic, that's used you. Maybe your childhood conditioning is coming up here. Maybe you're realizing that the way that you were, you know, your conditioning as a child was not the right way to go about it. You've got, maybe your wounds are coming up to the surface. You are working through your conditioning and it's time for change. Nevertheless, the devil can speak of sexual attraction, deep, physical, sexual attraction. And that's what the card says there here. So you may have someone at work where there is, you know, flirtation. You can feel that their magnetism, they're just very alluring. Now this could be someone having you be very alluring to them and very, you know, you're showing up as very seductive with the devil energy here. Let's see what Spirit has got to say. So yeah, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising, and I've already mentioned the signs. Now the Moon is Cancer, so I'm going to say the sign of Cancer as well as Pisces here in the month of March. Let's look at this card here, Soul Power. Now this is a very frequent card in these readings for the signs. I've taken it at least 5 times, at least. Always remember, you're a soul that comes with a body and a body that comes with a soul. Your soul is your true essence and you have an unlimited supply of soul power at your command whenever you need it. So you do have the power. You've got the power of the soul. You've got Pluto there. That's going to bring transformation to your life for sure. So use the power from within. Let's see what we've got here. Black cherry chocolate. Wow, there you go. Passion. I couldn't remember the card. It just seems to be that whatever is happening in the card seems to be spoken of in other cards. Sometimes the cards fully align with each other, and other times it's like night and day. So the night and day meanings, the differences in the cards could speak of different people because it's a general reading. So sorry about that noise. Let's see what the card says, just showing you here. Sophistication, class, lust, passion, and psychic abilities are heralded by the appearance of this card. Trust in your intuition, your gut feelings, and your inner knowing. Your psychic ability is kicking into overdrive at this time. So take the time to look, listen, and embrace what you are being guided to. Sexually inspired feelings and impulses may take you by surprise. I trust in my intuition. It never leads me astray. I'm guided to where I need to be, and I listen to my inner voice that always leads the way. So that's what is happening here with Pluto in your sign. Pluto's all about, you know, that deep, dark, lusty sex and intimacy, because Pluto rules Scorpio. All right, let's go on to the month of April. Now in April, Pluto, the South Node, Pluto and Saturn are all very close together. Still in Capricorn, of course. Jupiter has turned retrograde. It's moving backwards in its home sign of Sag. Now around the 21st of April, we've got the moon in Scorpio. So, you know, we're starting the retrogrades with Jupiter. Pluto and Saturn are going to follow in a little while. But, you know, when the moon is in Scorpio, dark, hidden agendas, hidden emotions. It's not easy energy with the malefics in your sign, Capricorn. You're going through a lot of tests. Now, Neptune is at 17 degrees. It's past the midpoint of 15 degrees of Pisces. So it's heading towards the end of its cycle. It still will take time, but it's on the second half. So Venus is at 0 degrees and 48 minutes of Aries, so it's starting a brand new cycle. Chiron, Venus, and Mercury are all very close together at the beginning of Aries. So, yeah, communication about love, anything that you value, and healing through Chiron. You know, you're beginning a new cycle. This is, you know, the solstice just happened a month before. It's a new cycle that we are all moving into. Not only you, dear Capricorn, this is the collective energy. Now, we've got the sun on the cusp at 0 degrees 56 minutes of Taurus. Happy birthday if you're Taurus and watching. Uranus and the sun are right on top of each other. Wow. Okay. Like, wow. I've already said what the sun means. It means warmth, clarity, children, love, healing. And it's on top of the liberator in the house of value and comforts and the five senses. Mars has moved into Gemini, communicating very fast. Could be aggressive communication here. And the North Node, North and South Node have moved a couple of degrees. They're now at 21 degrees. They're moving slowly backwards now, which is normal for the nodes. Okay, they go opposite to what the planets do. So let's look at the cards here. And we have the Four of Pentacles and the Two of Wands. Four of Pentacles reminds me of Taurian energy, very much so. I'm going to mention the sign of Taurus. Now, some of you may be very careful with your heart. You may be really careful and not opening your heart, not sharing what's deep within your heart, and not sharing your finances. So there is something happening here. The sun is, as I said, ready to move into Taurus. Now, because Uranus can rebel and say that that's it. You know, Uranus is like the tower. Uranus acts spontaneously, unexpectedly, suddenly. So here I've got the Four of Pentacles. So someone's holding back, as I said, on their money, on their heart, on their feelings. And then someone else. So we've got an earth sign here. I'm going to say Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And here we've got the Two of Wands. So the Two of Wands is like looking through that doorway. It's very Sagittarian. You're looking across the seas, maybe thinking of travel, maybe spreading your wings to the world. Business could be expanding to overseas companies. Okay, but maybe you're being very careful with your money. Maybe you need more funds for work here. That's why you're holding on to your money. Now, four always speaks of family and home. So Let's see what else we've got here. Okay, so the Two of Wands can be a decision that you're wanting to make. And this could be in career or whatever you feel passionate about. You are holding that Ace of Wands. So this could be, as I mentioned before, about creativity. I feel that there is something new creatively happening for you here, which is going to bring in beautiful. It's going to bring in the harvest for you. We've got the Empress here. Now this is, of course, a Venus-ruled energy. Venus also rules Libra as well as Taurus. And this is a metaphorical birth or a literal birth. So some of you could be becoming a mother. Congratulations. Look at that divine, beautiful little seed that has been planted. This beautiful newborn child. It looks as though there is something that's being offered to you, dear Capricorn, in April. This could be money. This could be anything that you value. What is Venusian? What is Venus for you? What do you love to do? What do you love to be? What do you love? There is an offer here, and it's a very lucrative offer indeed. Very lucrative offer. Now, this could be a mother of yours. This could be help from your mother, literally, something being given, something that is new is being given to you from a mother figure. Now, this could even be a boss. And the Empress usually is a 3-month-old pregnant woman. Now, in this deck, she's not. She's given birth already. So could it be that for some of you, it is like it's something that you've begun 3 months ago, so at the beginning of the year, and you're going to have to wait another 6 months after April to receive, okay, to see the final result. It can go either way. And here we've got the void of course, moon missing, and it's a number 52. Now, there is a period of quiet once the full moon has finished. In between the new moon, there's a dark phase when we can't see the moon. Okay, we cannot see the moon because the moon will show up, at the hours when we're sleeping. It's a very small crescent moon, but it's also, it's really close to sunrise. So by the time we can actually see the moon, the sun's already rising. So that's the time, those 2-3 days, which is called the void of course moon time. And that's a time of not doing anything. It's a time to relax. It's a time to not take action. Okay? So that's how it used to be back in the days. People used to freak out with eclipses. When there was no moon, they would freak out. The darkness is overwhelming for a lot of people, but know that I would say, because it's a 52, it adds to a 7. Whatever happens for you between the full moon of May, the full moon, those couple of 2-3 nights without the moon, without the new moon, before you can see the new moon, this is the time to take time out. Get that list ready before that new moon. Write out your list and get ready to send your wishes to the divine. As soon as you see that new moon crescent, send your wishes. Let's see now. Again, we've got the moon and Cancer. Something is missing. Something is in the dark about a family situation, a mother. Okay? Now, I know sometimes I could be speaking in riddles, but I can't go into more detail because I would need more cards, more time. So, breathe. Breathe. Take the time out and breathe. The breath is the vital bridge between your body and soul. It's the connection between the inside and outside, connecting you to the universe, spirit, and the divine source. The breath permeates your entire being with prana. with prana, which is the same life-giving force that nourishes everything in the universe. So prana, breathe in prana and give life to your heart and your life, because love is here. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. So you've already met them. Yes? Yes, you've already met them. Now, I've already mentioned the signs. The Empress for me is Aries, Taurus, or Libra. Okay, let's read the chili chocolate and freedom. Freedom does ring Aquarian energy, doesn't it? Let's read it. This is a card of bondage and restriction. Most often it is a metaphorical representation of the restraints we place on ourselves. Look beyond superficial appearance and go deeper into the truth and meaning of a situation before you find yourself in hot water. Don't forget that you hold the keys to your own freedom. Keep your options open. Take action to find the freedom you need to move forward. Remember, you are the only one that is holding you back. I remove all chains and restrictions that I have placed on myself in the past as I start my new journey towards a newfound freedom. Just one message. Be careful. Be careful that what is being offered to you here, be careful that there is no catch to this. We've got Jupiter in retrograde. Now, even if something does not, even if something is not found, something is not given to you, offered to you straight away in the month of April, know that through May and June, I would say, because you know that the cards, they do speak very, how can I say it, they speak like in a riddle. Like what I just read here is reading of this position. So I believe that the energy is still, it is running into the month of April. So yes, this speaks of freedom. So I'm just saying that whatever is on offer here, if you are signing anything, just take care that, there isn't a catch with what is being offered to you. That's because of this card that I mentioned it. Okay, so keep your eyes open. Take the time to breathe. Breathe in that prana. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. So this could be the one. And when we say this could be the one, it could be your twin flame soulmate connection. I remember here, we've got the Two of Cups here in the month of June. And it's right on top of the Chariot card. So I believe that for some of you, this would be, you already know this person. And I did mention about work, something about work. And I believe that the person that you're interested in is revolving around something to do with your career and what you do. That's what I believe. Either that or they've moved close to your neighborhood. And why do I say that? It's because we've got the Four of Pentacles. And the Four of Pentacles does speak of home. Here we've got the Void, of course, Moon. The Moon again is home. And here we've got the Mother, which is the Moon again. Yeah? Okay, so let's go on to May. It's funny that in the month of April we've got a beautiful water trine. Anyway, on the 21st of April, or just before that, let me just go back. Sorry about that, one moment. Yeah, on the 25th of April, we've got a beautiful water trine water trine, which is a triangle. It's flowing energy. So we've got connected is the North Node, the Moon, and Neptune. So there is a lot of water, a lot of emotion in this water trine. The North Node is in Cancer. So this is a very psychic time. Your intuition is screaming to you on April 21st. And it's also forming a kite. So the Moon is sextiling onto the big players in Capricorn. So Pluto and Saturn and the Moon are connected, as well as Saturn, Pluto, and Neptune. So again, more water, and sextiles are beautiful, beautiful energies. So there is some sort of a healing quality. I think that there is some sort of a brief, you've got some breathing space here around the 21st of April. So this could be you taking time off, being helped by your peers, by your family. It could work out many different ways. All right, let's go on to May. I do hope that you guys appreciate the details that I go into. I know that a lot of people that want only tarot, this is not their cup of tea. But for me, because I believe in working with tarot and astrology, yes, these are important readings. They're the first 6 months of 2019. So I need the detail. You need the detail. A lot of you really do appreciate the long readings, and I appreciate your beautiful comments and all that, but that's why I've got short and longer readings, just to make everyone happy. All right, so let's go on to May. And May is retrograde season. We've got Jupiter retrograde, Saturn and Pluto together, conjunct and retrograde. And we've got Uranus is in Taurus. Venus just passed over Uranus. So what happened unexpectedly in love for you? What happened in projects unexpectedly? What ingenious idea did you come up with where people can't believe how smart, how intelligent you are? Okay, what? Or you did not value this project. Okay, you did not value what is being done, and you're going out alone. That's another way that it can play out. Let's look at Mercury and the Sun. They're right on 0 degrees of they're conjunct. Again, Mercury is combust, it's burnt, its energy is sucked up by the Sun, and it's just ready to dip its toe into its ruling planet, its rulership of Gemini, but it's not very strong because it's too close to the Sun. Otherwise, it would be really strong, being in Gemini. Now, the Sun is at 0, on the 21st of May. So, happy birthday, Gemini, if you're watching. Mars has just moved into Cancer. The North Node and the South Node have moved again to about 18 degrees and 30 minutes. So there is about 3.5 degrees away from Pluto, the South Node. 3.5 degrees, it's still close enough, but it's not, the closer it is, the stronger it will be. That's about it. So it's retrograde time, as I said. Neptune has moved to 18 degrees and 28 minutes. Chiron is at about 5 degrees of Aries. And life goes on. Let's see what the cards show. So we've got the energy of Libra here. We've got the 6 of Pentacles. So there is something that you are trying to either receive or to give out. Some of your finances are doing that well that you're giving to charity. I see the scales are balanced here, which is great. So there's equal giving and receiving for most of you. Now for some of you, there could be an imbalance, an unequal, because I'm not reading reversals. So I just go by what my intuition is telling me. Here we've got the Hermit, and the Hermit could be, yes, a Virgo. So we've got Libra and Virgo. Libra is the partnership house. Virgo is the detective. Virgo is the Hermit. And the Hermit is a number 9, one step before Jupiter, blessings, the Wheel of Fortune, right? Now the Hermit could be, again, taking time out. You're looking for answers in relation to anything legal as well. For those of you that are dealing with alimony, legal issues, you're going to court, whatever, the Hermit could also be a solicitor. This is a spiritual guru, someone that you could be receiving the advice from. And also the Hermit could be someone who's just very spiritual. And we are in the time of Sagittarius, which is very spiritual. So the Hermit could be taking time out, looking at the details, doing your homework in anything to do with legalities, as I said, money, the sharing of resources. Now here we've got the Death card. Scorpio, death and transformation. Pluto is retrograding. You know, when a planet retrogrades, it's more potent, its energy. Many times it's more potent because it is closer to the Earth. So, of course, with retrogrades, we go within. And that's what the Hermit is doing, going in there and looking for answers. This is the perfect time with the retrograde season to go and pick up on what you did not complete. It's a time to redo things. You've got a chance to do things right this time. Now there is some sort of a change. This snake will peel its skin layer by layer. And you could be dealing with Scorpio energy. Remember how I said that Taurus is across from Scorpio? Well, Uranus is in Taurus. It's conjunct Venus. And Scorpio is the sign that is opposite. So whatever you are coming up with, there's going to be a transformation in something to do with shared resources, other people's money. You're coming up with a bright idea that you're going to be receiving, I feel. Now, this could also be a sexual attraction, very much so. Now, those of you that are single could be meeting at a charitable get-together, an evening, to do with, a good cause and helping the needy and all that, fundraising. You could be meeting a Scorpio person who could have strong Virgo because they're both major arcanas. Okay, so let's see what else we've got. And we've got the Sun and Spirit. Now the Sun is clarity, it's warmth, it's healing, it's vitality, it's energy, as well as true love. And Spirit is here for you. Spirit is blessing you with the light. May seems to be a wonderful month for Capricorn. And the Sun is Leo. So could be Sun in Leo, Moon in Scorpio. Scorpio and the Sun are both fixed energies, so they're quite rigid. And remember, again, we've got the Sun. Which sign is opposite the Sun? It's Aquarius, because the Sun is Leo. Opposite is Aquarius. And what's opposite to Scorpio? It's Taurus. And Uranus, which rules Aquarius, is in Taurus, so it's affecting Scorpio as well. Okay, so Spirit is here for you. Let's see what Spirit reads. New beginnings. There you go. Everything in life is constantly vibrating and moving and therefore continuously changing and evolving. Be aware that a new beginning is on the horizon. Have courage and faith. Courage is Leo and faith is Sagittarius. Because right now life is trying to nudge you forward and move you in a new direction. So listen to those nudges. Listen. And we've got romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. So romance is in the air in the month of May. And Venus is in its home sign of Taurus. So what a better month for romance, okay? Venus is everything that is musical, everything that is beautiful. We love her in Taurus. Let's go to the freckles, friendship. So, this is the card of friendship. Deep soul connections await. An old friendship may take on a new meaning. A long-standing relationship may rise to an elevated level of trust and deeper bond. A card that suggests partnership, be it on a romantic, business, or friendship level. Remain open to new opportunities emerging from friendships, new and old. Keep your eyes and heart open as you take on new partnerships. Remain vigilant in total trust that all will be well. Now, it does say friendships new and old. With retrogrades, you know that old people come back into our life. So this could be someone that you've already known. I'm always open to new opportunities coming my way. I deserve strong partnerships and those that are close to me, and I trust in the process of where they will lead me. So you know that Scorpio does not trust easily because they're very hidden. So once they've opened up to you, once they see that they can trust you, then it's all systems go. All right, that's when trust comes in. And just like Taurus, who is across from Scorpio, once you've won them over, and I feel that it's the same with Scorpio, once you've won them over, I think it's for lifetime, for their lifetime, for your lifetime. Anyway, let's go on to June. Okay, so we've still got the retrograde planets. We've got Jupiter retrograding. It's about at 18 degrees right now. Saturn is at 18 degrees retrograde. Pluto is at 22 degrees retrograde. And yes, on the 21st of June, Neptune goes retrograde as well at 18 degrees. Hold on. Okay, so on the 20th, that's funny. On the 20th of June, we've got Pluto, Saturn, and Jupiter retrograde. Neptune is going direct, still at 18 degrees. And then the day after, on the 21st, we've also got Neptune that goes retrograde at 18 degrees. Amazing. Is that not amazing? So we've got the three, Jupiter, Saturn, and Neptune, all at 18 degrees and retrograde. Well, if this is not retrograde time, what is? Now, the nodes are at 17 degrees, almost 18, so there's a lot going on with that. Venus is now in Gemini. The Sun is on the 21st of June. It's just almost into Cancer. It's on the cusp. So happy birthday, dear Cancer. Happy birthday to you. We're getting closer to the eclipses. The sun is coming up. The moon will come through as well. The moon is coming down. But when the sun gets to 10 degrees, that's when the eclipse will take place. So think about it. On the 21st, after 10 days, because the sun moves 1 degree a day, it will be at 10 degrees. So that's when the eclipse will take place. Chiron is at 5 degrees. Uranus is at 5 degrees of Taurus. Chiron is 5 degrees of Aries. And not much else has... Oh, yeah. Sorry, I forgot. We've also got Mars and Mercury. They're conjunct in Cancer. They've gone over the North Node. So this is conversations, heated conversations with family, aggressive conversations. Also, you know, Mercury is still going direct, so it's very good. It's having the strength and the vitality to get to the bottom of some situation to do with home and mother. All right, and as well as that, work too, because Capricorn is right across. Let's look at the cards. Wow, okay, wow. And we have the Two of Cups. So this is an agreement. This is a soulmate relationship. And we've got Justice, which is a number 11. This is very divinely guided. coming together. June is quite a month for you, dear Capricorn. Now, you may be coming together with a Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer, and we've got Libra here. So Libra is also divorce. Some of you may be cutting the cord of a relationship that did not work for you. Okay, maybe you've come into a new relationship, for some of you, but you're still dealing with legal issues still happening here. But this is a time of balance and justice. Know that whatever agreement is happening here, whatever you are signing, be careful. With retrogrades, be careful. Just make sure you go over all the details. I see the scales are balanced, which is great. Look at those scales, just like those 2 of cups are in a balance. They're in alignment. This is beautiful. Now, I've just noticed that eye in the background. Be careful. Someone could be watching you very closely, and that could be someone to do with... Now, this could be an ex-partner, because Libra could be, it's the partnership house. It could be anyone. It's another person, obviously. Could this be an authoritarian in your life? Could that be? And this reminds me of spying on someone. Whatever the case, and this could be a detective. This could be detective work. Some of you, and this could be a message for one person, you've got someone checking up on you. You've got a Virgo that's checking up on you. Let's see what else we've got. Congratulations on an agreement here. We've got Cancer. This is the Chariot. This is where the North Node is. This is a dream come true. This is the divine. This is spirit. They're putting you in that chariot, and you're riding that chariot. You're literally moving, or metaphorically moving. You're overcoming whatever obstacles you've been dealing with. Okay? Seriously, the North Node is fate. So you are moving. You are moving in June, or just before or after, because you're changing. It's as though your level is, you're going up a notch in life. You've got Jupiter in abundance. It's divinely guided, I'm telling you. You've got a 7 here, and you've got another 7 here. Both are 7s. Jupiter and abundance. So when Jupiter is actually retrograding, that's when we go and we pick up on things that we missed. Jupiter gives freely and, expands and grows. Sometimes because of the overblown, too much happening, we may miss details. So when Jupiter goes retrograde, it's a time to pick up those missing pieces, those missing blessings. Now here we've got, look at that thunder, that lightning, I should say, the lightning. You know that Zeus, which is Jupiter, was also the god of, he would throw thunderbolts when he was angry. So this does remind me very much of Uranus again, because Uranus is electricity, it's the nervous system. Just like thunder comes in unexpectedly, I believe that this is going to happen quickly for you. Something comes in very quickly, very unexpectedly. Jupiter is blessing you. And what is Jupiter blessing you with? With a soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. You've got, this could be the one. So you've met this person already. You realize in June that this is your soulmate. Okay? Now, because it's a general reading, for some of you, it could be in the month of April that you realize. For others of you, it's in the month of June. And for others, this is just a confirmation in June of who you're with. Soulmate, twin flame, I'm going to say, because you've got 2 very special cards of love. Capricorn, I think it's your year. I think it's your year so far. And you deserve it. You've been through a lot. Let's read the Seek card. Spirit is talking to you now. The power of spirit exists in all things. Everything is made of energy, and every single thing in your physical world contains a fragment of spirit. including you. We are all one with spirit and always will be connected to one another. So that's beautiful. So you've got the power of spirit and you know that you're not alone. Okay, we're all a part of the universe. Dark chocolate and shadow self. I want to see what this is because I've read it before. I can't remember it off by heart. I think one sign got this before you. It is time to embrace your shadow self. Illuminate the darker side of your nature by allowing some light to flow in. It's time to free yourself from past bitterness. Hurt, from past bitterness, hurt, and resentment. You can make sense of the chaos, surrender pain, heal. Question your belief systems. What is holding you back? Why are you here? Why did you create your current situation? It is now time to be more personally accountable. And the affirmation is, I only hold positive thoughts. My actions are of pure intent. So I feel that some of you may be moving home because of a disagreement, maybe with family, maybe they don't agree with your partner. Jupiter is Zeus, and Jupiter rules Sagittarius, which is foreign places and people. So it could go either way. Some of you could actually be traveling to a distant land to catch up, to meet up with your soulmate, and some of you will be expecting your soulmate to be traveling to come to you. Okay, so I think I will leave it at that. I would like to thank all of you so much for being here, just giving you the idea that January is tough. It's around the eclipses. I believe that the load is lightening. Things are getting better. It's going to be a much better year. So it started off difficult, but it's changing. It's getting much more positive, especially in June for you. So from April, June is the best. Hold on tight, dear Capricorn. We're all going through the same energies. All right? I'd like to wish you well, sending you blessings. Thank you so much. Talk to you soon.